Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello. Hello. How's everyone doing? Welcome to another full day of streaming. In fact, we are now in the latter half of the week. Today is Thursday, July 19th, 2018. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing good. And I'm looking forward to today. Another full day of fun with all of you, on stream at least. And we're going to see how things go. In particular, regarding the first game I'm playing today, Silent Hill 2 HD, which I am now playing on hard difficulty, and holy shit, is it hard difficulty. I mean, holy crap. Compared to my first run in the game, which, you know, by comparison was a cakewalk, you know. Very few enemies. The enemies that were there didn't damage you that much, on normal difficulty at least. You know, now playing on hard, I mean, probably about twice as many enemies. And the enemies hit, you know, a lot of damage. And you take so long to kill them, at least with melee weapons. That has definitely been frustrating. To the point where, you know, I raged. I swore. I got very angry and agitated. And, you know, I said some things that probably I should not have said in regards to some of the people who suggested that I play the game on hard. Calling them assholes and the like. Which, you know, I do believe that there is a group of people out there who purposely knew how hard this game is on hard difficulty. And literally were demanding me to play it on hard in order to make me rage and get frustrated and not enjoy the playthrough. I do firmly believe that. But at the same time, I do realize that there were some people who maybe just saw me play it 6 years ago, or, let's face it, over the last 6 years where it's been available on demand on YouTube, and said, okay, we've seen Phil do this once, and if he's going to do it again for kind of an anniversary run, we want to see something different from the first run, so what we want to do is see him play it on hard to challenge himself so that it's a variation from the original playthrough, alright? And I get that. I do understand that. At the same time, you got to understand that if that's the case and the game is so much harder, it basically means I can't do as much fun commentary like I did the first time around. Like, I'll be cracking way less jokes and doing way less observational commentary when, you know, I'm not really necessarily having a lot of fun playing the game. And that's kind of the situation that I found myself in, at least last stream, the very first stream that I did of this on hard difficulty, is that unlike the first playthrough where I was doing observational commentary and laughing along with the horror and everything, this time it's just frustration, where every enemy is just taking chunks of health, and there's, you know, very limited amount of, you know, healing items, and every enemy is ridiculous. Like, I couldn't, just an example. The first type of enemy in the game is the enemy with no arms that just walks around and spits. But on hard difficulty, once you knock it down, it starts crawling around the floor at super high speed. And because the, you know, the controls are very outdated and clunky, let's face it, they're very dated here. It's very hard to then get that enemy to stop moving around the floor so you can hit it again with the freaking melee weapon. And, you know, here I was in the very first area of the game, the apartments, which is supposed to be a cakewalk. It's basically supposed to be the introduction to the gameplay of the game. And I'm having a ton of time killing these guys. I mean, it's just taking forever, you know. And traditionally, that first part of the game takes, what, an hour? And I spent a good greater part of 3 hours running through those hallways, trying to figure shit out. I mean, I missed a key. There was a key on the floor that I needed to pick up, and I missed it because there were so many enemies that I couldn't easily kill them like I did in my first run. So I couldn't even see the fucking key because I was just running around in the dark, you know. That's another thing. People are like, oh, leave your flashlight off. The enemies won't see you in the dark. But they do. They do actually see you in the dark on hard difficulty. So, you know, pretty frustrating. It's a pretty frustrating run, alright? And like I said, I do fully believe that there are people out there who knew how frustrating this game is on hard, and they literally said, how can we can piss off Phil and frustrate him and ruin the playthrough? Let's make him play it on hard, and they strongly campaigned, okay? But I don't actually think that's the case with a lot of people who just wanted to see a second run of the game, very different from the first. And so I do want to say, up front today before we begin. I do apologize to anyone who was offended by my comments on Tuesday. I was full of rage. I was absolutely full of rage at how hard the game was. Now, the thing is, once I got the handgun, okay, once I got the handgun, it seemed to be a lot easier. I was able to shoot the enemies now, 3-4 bullets, they get down, I run up, I kick them, they're dead. So, it ended up getting easier once I got the handgun and started using it effectively. You know what I mean? And so, I think that it's going to be a better from here on out. Now, keep in mind, I don't know. I've never played this game on hard. Are they going to... Am I going to be fighting 2-3 pyramid heads at once at some point in the game? You know what I mean? Are they going to have a fucking room with 47 enemies and I have 2 bullets? Yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to do my best to persevere through it and to continue on with the playthrough on hard difficulty and see if I can beat it, alright? So, this is definitely going to be a challenge, to say the least, you know? Now, in addition to all of that, I should mention, you know, recently I've been under a lot of stress. There's been some stuff going on behind the scenes of everything that you guys don't need to know about, quite frankly. You know, it's really doesn't have anything to do with you guys. It's just been really annoying shit going on in my life, and it frustrates me, and it causes me to have stress built up. And then I come to stream thinking, oh, this stream's going to be an entertaining, fun stream. This is a game I played 6.5 years ago, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I love survival horror. And then I play it on hard difficulty, and next thing I know, I'm not having fun, and it basically turns my whole attitude on its head and makes me angry and agitated. And that's really what happened on Tuesdays. It's not just Silent Hill 2, alright, that's going on here that caused me to be so angry on Tuesday. It was everything else kind of going on behind the scenes, okay, and I apologize that seeps into sometimes the streams. You know, I am only human, and that's the problem, is sometimes, you know, these other things that have nothing to do with you guys piss me off already, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to have a fun stream, and then something on stream triggers me, and I'm like, well, fuck, I was trying to have fun, now I'm angered, and, you know, it comes across in the content, and it shouldn't, you know. This should be, you guys come here to hang out with me and have fun, you know what I mean, and chill out, and relax, and have a laugh, sometimes, you know, with me, and sometimes at my expense, and either is fine, in my opinion. And, you know, I shouldn't let that happen, and so I do apologize, again, to anyone who was maybe offended by my agitated comments on Tuesday, when I was raging about the difficulty of the game, and people being assholes for making me play it at that difficulty, okay? I'm gonna do my best, you know, it sucks, because I am stressed right now, and, you know, there's stuff going on, like I said, that I can't really control and I can't talk to you guys about. And it has nothing to do with stuff that you guys are involved in, you know. And, you know, sadly, you know, I'm at a point in my life where I can't really share everything with you guys anymore, because when I do, it's used against me. So I can't do that. And I'm in a situation where people have been fucking with me for the past couple of days behind the scenes with stuff. It's really been annoying. The good news is nothing really negative has happened, but it is annoying as hell when, you know, I'm trying to do a stream and there's stuff going on that's fucking with me and bothering me, and then I have to spend time to try to make sure nothing goes wrong behind the scenes. And again, that's something that I can't really give you guys details on. But basically, you know, just understand that it's always a constant in my life. The negativity, the trolls who are after me and shit, it's a constant factor in everything. Every facet of my life, it fucking permeates, even though I don't want it to. It does. And it sucks when here I am, you know, trying to put out entertaining content for you guys, and we're all having fun on the streams, right? And then then I gotta get dragged down by other shit going on outside of it. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You know? Constant bullshit. Constant bullshit. And it does, again, it makes me, you know, it changes my attitude on a stream when I should be having fun, you know, and enjoying myself and sharing fun things with you guys, and instead it turns me into being, you know, a negative dick. And I apologize for that. I do. I'm gonna try to do better. I hope that you guys will accept, you know, my apology, anyone who was offended, and I hope that, hopefully, you know, you guys will be able to kind of work with me here, especially because this game seems like it's going to cause a lot of frustration, right? That hopefully, I'll be able to get through it and not lose my mind and rip my hair out of my head. You know what I mean? Like, I need to laugh with it. I need to laugh with how hard it is versus get angry at how hard it is. And I've actually been doing a great job of that recently in other things. It's just that it got to me earlier this week. So thank you guys for understanding. And the one thing I should say is this, guys. All right. I should say is this. You know, this month, as I've told you guys, has been absolutely terrible on YouTube. It's the worst month by far I've ever had on YouTube when it comes to, you know, revenue and the like. And I knew this was going to come and this was going to happen because, let's face it, YouTube ad revenue has been terrible, and now it's the summer when they can't sell ad space, right? So I've really been heavily reliant on streaming this month, you know, to make ends meet. And I want to say thanks to those of you who've been showing up to the streams, who've been supportive. There's been a large group of you who've been showing up to all of the streams, no matter what I play, you know, contributing via cheers, subs, and tips to help support everything here, keep it going. And, you know, I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. You guys are awesome in that regard, okay? If we, it's like I told you guys, if we can keep the Twitch streaming at the level it's been this month, right, long term, then I think my goal of being free of the, I call it the shackles of YouTube, because I really do feel like I'm shackled to this freaking website because of the fact that I still rely on ad revenue and money from them to pay my bills, right? But I almost feel like, again, if we could keep it at the level it's been this month, every month moving forward, right? And especially with the new releases, keep in mind in August, there's multiple new releases, like the Black Ops 4 beta, We Happy Few, the new season of The Walking Dead, the Shenmue Collection, Fire Pro Wrestling, and that's just to name a few. There's a few other games coming out in August as well. Now imagine we keep the level of support you guys have been giving me this month, plus the influx of people that'll be coming by to watch those games, right? I think it'll be pretty great. I do. I think that we can maintain, we can get into the hardcore gaming season. All these new releases are going to put out, you know, tons of entertaining streams and everything while I play them. I think things could go really great. I should also say thank you to those who've been supportive in other ways. So, for example, as you guys can see, there's been brand new pre-stream artwork by a gentleman named Hermano Carl, who's been making this artwork for me recently, and I want to say thank you to him because it does spruce up the streams, you know? It makes the streams look better to have this cool pre-stream artwork, right? I also want to say thank you to the gentleman who, a few weeks ago, remember, guys, I was doing these special overlays for particular playthroughs, and this guy went ahead and he redid all the channel buttons on the Twitch channel here, so he cleaned them up and made them look better, and so all the channel buttons below my stream now look a lot better thanks to him, so shout out to him. I want to give a secondary shout out to Faded Bot. Faded Bot actually is the person who designed the overlays that I've been using for pretty much every playthrough the past couple of weeks. You know, the animated, like, red electricity that's shooting up, you know, past the stream stats leaderboard and the border around the webcam and all that. Yeah, he designed all that. So shout out to him as well. You know, there are people who contribute in various ways that aren't necessarily, you know, the mainstream ways, but they're really nice that people go out of their way to do that. And I want to say thank you for that as well, because I don't think I really feel I don't say thank you enough. Some people say that I talk about it too much, but I don't think I say thank you enough for the fact that you guys have allowed me for 10 years to be a content creator on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, the first 2 years I did it without making a dime because I had an office job, but then once I lost my job, doing this for a living, first exclusively on YouTube, then direct capture streaming on Twitch, then streaming on YouTube, and now back to Twitch and focusing more on Twitch than anything else. It's an amazing thing. It's a lucky thing. It's not, listen, thousands and thousands of people, all right, around the world would love to do what I do for a living, and they can't. I am one of the lucky ones, all right, and I appreciate that, and I know that. I want you guys to know that. I don't take this for granted, but when I get a day like Tuesday where I get so frustrated and I act like a jerk on stream, you know, it's disappointing to me. I disappoint myself, you know, when I have moments like that and I can't control all the stress and anger that's going on. So again, I apologize, and I hope that moving forward, the Silent Hill 2 HD playthrough on hard difficulty ends up being better, where I'm not like that and I'm not insulting people, because that doesn't benefit anyone, all right? So there you go. That being said, let's now talk about what's going to be coming up, so you guys know what's coming up, all right? So, right now, Silent Hill 2 HD for 4 more hours. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to go on hard difficulty, quite frankly. I might die a million times. We'll see, okay? Tonight, I'll be playing some Street Fighter. And unlike Tuesday night, where I basically did a chill stream with a couple people in a lobby, Tonight, I'm just going to try to do random online multiplayer. I'm going to start with Super Turbo and see how it goes. And if I can keep playing Super Turbo tonight, I will. But last time I tried that, I couldn't even find matches. So chances are maybe at some point I'll be switching over to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And then we'll go from there, okay? Okay? So that'll be tonight. Tomorrow, the premiere of Grand Theft Auto Vice City HD. Only the second time ever I've played the game after, over 6 years away from playing it. Now going to be experiencing it with direct capture, live streaming interactions. If it's anything like the San Andreas playthrough was earlier this year, this should be great. San Andreas went really well. People really enjoyed that playthrough at a time when there was really nothing else going on. So I think it's going to be great, and I hope you guys will join me for the big premiere tomorrow here on stream, okay? And then tomorrow night, I will be doing PUBG, and I know some people have had a huge backlash against me saying, oh my god, he's playing PUBG, why is he playing PUBG? I haven't played PUBG in about 2 months. PUBG apparently has been patched and updated repeatedly on Xbox One. I just want to give it a shot. Reason being, there's really 2 reasons, alright? Number 1, because I want to see what's improved in the game. This is a game that I was playing constantly from December through, April. And then I basically just dropped it, right? And I want to see have they actually put any work and effort into it to make it better on Xbox One. So that's really number 1. Number 2, tomorrow's Friday night. It's the last stream before my day off on Saturday. So I always like to do something more chill as a way to end the stream or end the week nicely. And I think that doing a PUBG stream where I can interact with you guys constantly will be a much more chill way to end the week versus doing a serious gameplay stream that night. Okay? So that's going to be Friday night. Then I'm off on Saturday, okay? I'll be back on Sunday with more Silent Hill 2. So Sunday stream will be the continuation of Silent Hill 2, FYI. Monday, I'll burp really loudly, disgustingly, 2 times, and I will disgust you all. But after I do that, on Monday, I will be streaming more Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And now, if you are a fan of my Persona 5 playthrough, you may say, but wait a minute, Phil. So today you're doing Silent Hill, tomorrow it's Grand Theft Auto, Sunday it's Silent Hill, Monday it's Grand Theft Auto. What's going on with Persona 5? What happened? You were playing this fairly consistently, and all of a sudden, you're not. Where is it? Well, guys, I'm going to be very honest with you. Persona 5 I'm loving, and I'm near the end game now. I'm in the apparently next to last dungeon, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay? But that being said, yesterday's stream did not go very well. Yesterday's stream of Persona 5 was very slow. People basically were not really paying attention to it that much. Didn't really show up. It was one of my slowest streams of the month. And what that tells me is that, yes, people initially had excitement because I was coming back to it after a year away. But now that I've played it 16 more... Actually, I take it back. 24 more hours. Yes, I've done 6 more sessions of it. People are getting burnt out again. Okay? And so, what that means is, I'm going to keep playing it. I'm not going to quit it. But I am going to basically variate it as a daytime and nighttime game. So, Persona 5 is actually going to be the nighttime stream, okay, on Monday. The night stream. And then probably Tuesday, I'll do more Silent Hill 2. And it may be the conclusion of Silent Hill 2. And then probably Tuesday night, again, I'll probably do Persona 5. See? So, I'm going to kind of variate it in as the nighttime game. So that way it doesn't get super duper stale and people are saying I'm playing it too much. But you guys got to understand, the less that I play Persona 5, the more delayed it's going to be until I get to Octopath Traveler. So, I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to play the games people want to see me play more and play it by ear and adjust the schedule on the fly. But when that happens, that means that, things are going to get delayed. And I know people have wanted to see me play Octopath. And basically that's just going to wait a long time until I finish Persona at this rate, I mean, at this rate, I may be playing Persona. If I just play it as a nighttime stream, I may be playing it for another 2 to 3 weeks. Because people are telling me there's another 20 hours of gameplay left in the game. And then if you're talking that, I mean, will I even get to Octopath? Because then it'll be August. And August there'll be all these new releases and whatever. And once the Shenmue collection comes out, that's going to take priority for me. Because I've always wanted to play Shenmue. That's a game that I missed out on during the Dreamcast era. And I've always wanted to go play it. So I don't know, man. At this point, that's kind of the deal of what's going on. All right? Now, I'm not saying that Persona 5 is going to always stay as a nighttime stream. In fact, what I may do is do it as a nighttime stream 1 or 2 days, and then later next week, put it as a main stream, just to get more advancement. We'll see. All right, we'll see how it goes, but I'm curious, you know, with, oh, my neck. I'm curious with returning Persona 5 into the night stream, how it goes. Will people show up? Will people support it as a night stream? You know, I don't know. So we're going to find out on Monday. All right, and then, so then next week we're playing it by ear. But FYI, guys, exactly 1 week from today, is the return of Ask the King after 3 months. I have not done Ask the King in 3 months. So it's been a while. Well, Ask the King is coming back 1 week from today on stream. So I strongly urge you guys to head over to the forums at thekingofhate.com. Okay? And I strongly urge you guys to post up your questions for Ask the King. Okay? Get them up now. When you post them on the forums, there's a higher chance that they're going to get answered. Because some people do ask stuff on Twitter, which is fine. But those really have a lesser chance. You know, if we put them on the forums, I read all those questions, I mull through them and say, gee, which is the best one, you know, that I can answer on the show. So, that's going to be in 1 week, okay? Alright, guys. Let's see here. So, here's the deal. My pre-stream today is already going long. So, I don't want to do a giant long plug segment, because it's already going too long. So, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to very quickly brush through the plugs so we can get to the shout-outs. But basically, in a nutshell, you guys have been very supportive this month. I appreciate it. If you guys want to continue to allow me to keep doing this for a living, all right, and put out free and entertaining streams and videos every single day, and be free of the shackles of YouTube's bullshit, which I really want to be free of, all right, there are many ways that you can support and go above and beyond just being a stream viewer or video watcher. The first is to pledge to my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. When you pledge to my Patreon, you earn personal perks as a way of saying thank you for your contributions, depending on how much that you actually pledge. Some people get private Q&A videos that are really great. In fact, I just made a couple this last weekend. They loved them and told me so. But in my opinion, the best perk level is the $5 perk. If you pledge $5 or more, you get premium forum access to my website, which allows you to nominate and vote on things for special events. For example, right now, people are nominating on games for the upcoming Rageathon that's going to take place sometime in August, okay? So please consider pledging. Patreon.com/darksidephil. And thanks to everyone who is a current pledgee and helps me out in that way, okay? Number 2, Teespring. My Teespring store where you can buy really cool merchandise. You've been seeing it on the pre-stream the whole time. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but if you buy something from my Teespring store, I get a commission. It helps me out. Give it a look. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. And last but not least, if you're actually here live on the stream watching this live and you want to get some interaction going on today's stream, maybe you want to get a shout out during the stream, right? Well, there's 3 ways you could do that. You can either cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel, or you could tip me. And if you do any of those 3 things, you'll get a verbal shout out during today's stream. Okay? Maybe you've never been here before and you don't know the criteria for shout outs. It's very simple. Try to stay positive. Try to stay on topic. Please, in particular, don't bring up religion or politics, because those are topics that always cause controversy and arguments, and I'm not going to deal with that crap on a fun gameplay stream, okay? And in addition, please, no insults, no toxicity. Don't bring up negativity from outside of the stream. Like, oh, so-and-so is insulting Phil and stealing his content, and this guy is doing it. No one cares. We're here to have fun and watch me play a fun video game. We're not here to propagate drama. There are many other places you can go on the internet for that. This stream is not one of them, okay? So please, just try to be positive. And last but not least, please be as short-worded as possible. If you're long-winded and you post up a giant paragraph, I'm probably not going to read it, okay? It is subjective what I talk about on my own streams. So please understand, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I do not have any obligation to read every single thing that's said, especially if I deem it not in the good spirit of the stream. Okay, now, if you'd like to go a step above that shout-out, maybe you'd like to get actual visual recognition on the stream for your contributions and see a fun animation play, you could do that. How do you do it? Well, there's 3 ways. You either cheer 50 bits or more in one single cheer at one time, or you can subscribe to the channel. All right, and if you subscribe to the channel, wait a few minutes and click on the share button that will appear on your screen. Or you could tip me $5 or more in one go. If you do any of those 3 things, you'll get a fun thank you animation to play on the stream, and you could choose to either be anonymous or you could leave your name in a message with that as well, so that you can, you know, get in on getting the visual recognition as well as the verbal. All right? Now, thank you to anyone who does contribute. I do appreciate that very much. As you can see, we have the stream stats leaderboard on the top of the screen, and I will be updating this periodically during the course of today's stream. I'll be keeping a running tally of how many subs we have, as well as the top cheerer and top tipper. So if you are either the top cheerer or top tipper, you'll make it up to the leaderboard, and I will update it, get you up there, give you credit. This is cool because not only will you get credit during today's live stream, but these videos are also recorded for my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. So you'll be immortalized for your contributions in this playthrough for all time, or until YouTube goes out of business, whichever comes first. Okay. In addition to that, we have a subscriber goal this month of 450 subscribers, and if we hit that at any time by the end of the month, I'm going to be doing a 10 years of Rage anniversary event where I'm going to be doing a retrospective stream where you guys will be nominating and voting on your favorite moments of the content I've put out in the last 10 years, and I'll be watching those moments back on a live interactive stream and reacting to them. I've never done anything like that ever before. In fact, most of the content that I made in the last 10 years, I just made it and put it on the internet and never watched it again. So this will be a unique opportunity for us to have a very special event that's different from everything else I do, okay? Please consider subscribing just for that reason. But, in addition, you will get some awesome benefits for being a subscriber, okay? Number one, you get access to all of my fun emotes in the stream chat. The Street Fighter emotes, the DSP Pepe emote, the cowboy hat emote, the shocked face emote, all those cool emotes, and you can use them not only here, but you can use them on other channels as well. So please consider subscribing just for that alone. But of course, what else do you get? You get access to ad-free streams. And what I mean by that is, traditionally, around twice a stream, I take an ad break, okay, where I run an advertisement on the stream. And when I do that, you have to watch ads. Listen, I don't like ads and you don't like ads. So if you're a subscriber, you don't have to watch those ads. It's just a benefit, okay? And third, you get a cool subscriber badge in the stream chat, which is a colored crown. It starts off as bronze, and then after 3 months of being a subscriber, it turns silver. After that, it turns gold, yada, yada. So pretty cool. We actually have a few people who within the next 2 or 3 months will be hitting their 2-year anniversaries, and we'll be getting the diamond crown, which is really sweet, right? So thank you to anyone who subscribes. Not only are you getting cool personal stuff, but you're also working towards that monthly goal. And I will be updating the subs count by the end of the pre-stream here, because I know a bunch of people have actually subbed, which is great. Thank you for that. Last but not least, I've mentioned tipping. And you may wonder, what is tipping? Because I know how to cheer and I know how to subscribe, but I don't see anything about tips here on the stream. That's because it is completely separate from those ingrained things, okay? Those are built into Twitch. But if you want to tip me, it is a third-party thing through PayPal. How do you do it? If you look below your streams right now, you're going to see a button that says Tip Jar. Click on that link. Boom, it'll take you over to my tips page where you can either leave an anonymous tip or you can leave your name and a message, all right, to get shout out during the stream. Or if you don't see that button, that's fine. Just type in !tip into the stream chat and our bot will bring up the link. You click on that link, brings you to the tips page, and boom, you can leave a tip via that method as well. Okay? There you go. I got through the plugs pretty quickly today. Now, let's go ahead and let us give credit where credit is due to those who have been contributing on the stream. And let's start getting this stream stats leaderboard updated, shall we? So, first of all, special shout out to RomNom99, who subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you very much to RomNom for the overnight subscription. I appreciate that. Shout out to Game Boy, who cheered us at Silent Hill Origins is on PS2. Would you play it? I believe there's 2 Silent Hill games that I have never played. I think one is Shattered Memories and one is Origins. Is that correct, guys? Because you guys know better than me what games are remaining in the Silent Hill franchise that I have not played. And I don't particularly remember. I know I played Homecoming. I know I played Downpour. Okay? I know I played Silent Hill 1 through 4. So, is it Origins and Shattered Memories are the 2 I have not played? Is that correct? Yes, people are confirming. Yes, that's correct. All right. So, here's the deal with Origins. All right. Sadly, I don't have any method to capture from PlayStation 4. I just don't. I know that sucks. Excuse me, I said PlayStation 4. I'm an idiot. PlayStation 3 is what I meant to say. I don't have any method to capture from PlayStation 3. Boy, I still blew it. All right, hold on a second. I got to do this because I'm an idiot. I'm going to totally restart this sentence because I cannot speak today, all right? I have no method to capture from PlayStation 2. There, I finally said it correctly. Boy, I'm an idiot. All right. I have no method to capture from a PlayStation 2. As you guys know, PlayStation 2 does not have HDMI out. And I can't capture, like, component video. I can only capture anything that's HDMI, okay? So, sadly, I don't really have a method to... Even if I had Silent Hill Origins... for PS2, and by the way, I do have a PS2 somewhere around here. I don't know where, but I know I have one somewhere buried, probably in my closet or something. But even if I had the game, I couldn't capture it. Okay, so I really don't have a method by which I can do it. Now, people are saying, well, there's a PlayStation 2 HDMI adapter. There probably is. But unless someone recommended one to me, I would not mess with that. And the reason is I learned my lesson. Earlier this year, I purchased a few HDMI adapters for the Wii. The Nintendo Wii. Okay? And when I did so, I found out that they are pieces of crap because there's basically a bunch of knockoff manufacturers who make these things. And they don't even work. They desync the audio. They desync the video. They create scan lines. They basically are pieces of shit. You have to spend a good amount of money to get one that's good. But I actually had to ask Kekken because Kekken used to run tournaments for Smash Brothers on the Wii. And so he knew there was a good, more expensive HDMI adapter to buy that actually worked and was reliable. So I bought that one. It worked, and I was able to play Super Mario Sunshine because of it. Okay? I would be very, very apprehensive about just buying PS2 HDMI adapters without getting a first-hand testimonial from someone who's using one and says it's good. Because even the reviews on Amazon are completely bunk. Because people are, I'm going to be honest with you, people are stupid. They don't even know the difference. You know, most of those reviews on Amazon are like, oh, I bought this for my kid and it works, 5 stars. Like, but yeah, but is it the right resolution? Did it desync the audio? Were there scan lines? And they don't know that because they're not techies. They're not, they're not using these adapters for high-level capture like I'll be doing. Instead of just they're buying something for their kids so they can plug their fucking PS2 into a new TV, right? So the reviews are completely bunk. They are. Now, I would love if I could play Silent Hill Origins on a modern console, but I'm pretty sure it's not available. All right. Same thing with Shattered Memories is a Wii exclusive game, I believe, but now I can actually play Wii games. Right? Now I can actually play Wii games. So now, if I ever wanted to play Silent Hill Shattered Memories, I could. I just have to get a copy of the game, so that's cool at least. But as for Origins, I seriously just don't have a solution for it right now of how I could play it. Okay? I would love to play it. I want to play every Silent Hill game. I love the series, but right now it doesn't seem like there's a viable way. All right. Shout out to Blue, who says, why play a game if you aren't going to have fun with it? Wouldn't it be better to play something you have fun with? Well, Blue, it's easy to say that as an armchair quarterback, and I mean that. Like, you're basically sitting from home. You watch me stream something, and you're like, man, Phil's not enjoying himself. Why is he even doing this? Number one, I don't even know what I'm going to like and what I'm not going to like, right? You know, there's been games that I've played on hard difficulty that weren't insanely grueling and ended up being pretty entertaining experiences for me and for the viewer, right? You know, there's no way to tell until you actually try something if you're going to like it or not. So, just saying only play what you like literally makes no sense for a variety streamer like me, because I have no idea at any point what I'm going to like and what I'm not going to like. And if I just stayed in my comfort zone constantly and I did not venture out to challenge myself in genres that maybe I don't normally play or harder difficulties to make things more interesting, then you would just see me playing the same kind of crap all the time and it would be boring. I wouldn't be a variety streamer and I wouldn't be where I am right now. You know what I mean? So it's, again, it's easy. You know what they say is that, you know, what do they say? The passenger seat driver or whatever, you know, you think that you could do better than the person who's in the driver's seat. I get that. I've been there too. But trust me, it ain't easy. You never know on any given day what's going to happen that's going to make something entertaining or not entertaining, what's going to be fun, what's not going to be fun. You never know. There's been days that I played Street Fighter Online, I had an amazingly fun time, and there's been days when I can't get a fucking good connection at all, and it's a waste of time. And that's not something that I can control. You see what I mean? So, there you go. Backseat driver, that's right. Not passenger seat driver, backseat driver. Okay. Shout out to Frank the Show, who did a 50-bit cheers, as I found your videos because of the trolls. Now I've become a real fan because of how unfair the trolls are to you. I love your streams and your content. Hang in there, Phil. Good things might be around the corner. I hope so. It would be nice if good things were around the corner. Because I do enjoy my streams, and I do enjoy my life here with you know, my girlfriend, and everything in that regard is good. The problem is it's all uncertain. You know, you don't know if it's going to continue. I got a lot of issues going on behind the scenes, as you guys know, with taxes and other things, and I just don't know. I don't know how things are going to go and if I'm going to be able to keep doing this long term or what. I want to, but you never know. And it seems like every time that I think things are going to be better or going better, something else comes to bite me in the ass. And, you know, that's just my life at this point. And last year it was these state taxes. I finally get past that. Now something else has come up and it's like, what the fuck, you know? And it sucks. But I do have you guys to help me out every day. Like I said, you guys are being very supportive this month. I appreciate your support this month. And I hope, like I said, we can keep it up. Then maybe we can keep going. And maybe good things are, you know, just around the corner. Shout out to Team Gardenator. Thank you, Team Gardenator, for the subscription. I very much appreciate your support. Thank you for that. Shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi did a 263-bit cheer and says, how was the movie you watched last night? Well, oh my god, here we go again. Ugh, excuse me. Yuck, disgusting belch. Gross. Alright, first of all, Obi-Wan Kenobi, let me get you up here on the stream as the top cheerer. There we go. Thank you very much for your contribution. And by the way, like I said, I will check subs by the end of today's pre-stream, and I'll update the sub count. Last night, after I finished watching a few things on WWE Network quickly, like NXT and the like, I had about an hour and a half to kill before I felt like I was going to start getting tired for sleep. And I was like, man, you know, last week I was watching a bunch of 80s movies, and I was kind of in that groove where I wanted to keep watching 80s movie stuff. And I was like, what am I going to watch? So I went to my movie collection. Hold on. I just dropped my, freaking hand squeezer thing. Hand exercise. So, I was going through my movie collection. Okay? And going through, you know, what should I watch? And I chose a silly one, because I've been watching really good movies recently, like Ghostbusters, Batman from 1989, and then I watched Goonies. I said, I'm going to watch something silly. So I ended up watching Masters of the Universe, starring Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. Yes, what a movie that one is. Let me tell you guys, some of the best I've ever... What's hilarious is I never realized until last night that the main lead, not Dolph Lundgren, but the main lead from the Kids on Earth in that movie was the guy who ended up playing one of the main characters of Star Trek Voyager. I had no idea that it was the same guy. I never knew that. And I just recently watched Star Trek Voyager last year on Amazon On Demand, like Amazon Prime Video. And I watched the whole series, and then I started watching the movie. I was like, holy fuck, it's him. I can't believe it. If you want to see a bad movie, watch Masters of the Universe. It's some of the cheesiest movies ever made. In fact, the final scene when He-Man fights Skeletor is fucking laugh out loud hilarious. The filmmaking is just so ridiculously bad. And at the end, He-Man knocks Skeletor down this big, like, endless pit, bottomless pit. And it's the worst scene ever. It's like, I could have done better. I could have done better. It looks so bad. It's like a cheesy blue screen shot. It's done so poorly. It just looks laughably bad. Actually, I remember being in the movie theater with my dad watching this movie. And at the end, we both laughed at how bad it was when the Skeletor flies down the fucking endless pit. It's fucking hilarious. So anyway, that's what I watched. Masters of the Universe, The Cosmic Key, Gwildor, and Man-at-Arms, and Tila, and Evelyn, Beastman. Yes, and they were all really, really stupid. Okay, so there you go. Masters of the Universe, great movie. You gotta watch. It's one of those 80s cheese movies that you got. It's so bad, it's good. If you go into it with the mindset this movie is bad, and then you watch it, you'll actually like it. But you have to go into it with the mindset that the movie's going to be shit, and then you will laugh your ass off, which is pretty funny. So, okay, let's continue on. Game Boy says that oh my god, he cheers and he says, My friend sent me a link to Silent Hill nurse porn. What the fuck? That's disgusting. Yuck. I swear people are fucking weird, man. People are gross. That is gross. Well, hopefully you've not been scarred for life. That sounds terrible. I apologize that happened to you. Alright, shout out to Reapin' Vibes. Reapin' Vibes has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Reapin' Vibes, for the sub. I appreciate that. Shout out to Lord Lamb V3. He says, is Ask the King your main stream on the day you decide to do it, or is it the second stream? It is the main stream, because Ask the King typically ends up running between 2 and 3 hours long. Usually there's a first segment that's patron questions, and then it's oh god, what do you call it? Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart, guys. It's patron questions, and then it's regular forum questions. There we go. Then, usually there's a second segment that's more forum questions, and then usually the third segment is like Twitter questions. So, there's a lot of questions that I answer on the show, so it ends up being longer than 2 hours. I wouldn't even be able to do it as a nighttime stream, okay? But it will be the main stream in 1 week. Hyper Bunny Lover has cheered and says, please lower your subscriptions goal. Only 12 days left and 10 stream days. There's no big releases. I don't think that your goal will be doable. Listen, I already lowered it once significantly. If you guys didn't know, the original goal this month was 485 subs. Then I lowered it to 450. You know, there has to be some incentive to get people to subscribe. And I can't just keep lowering the bar. Now, what I'll say is this. If we don't hit the subs goal this month, then next month, I'll lower it significantly. Okay? But that's kind of the deal. I can't just keep every lower. That's not how it works. Then we'll never maintain a level of subscriptions. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Let's see what happens. But I really am not having any plans of lowering the subscriber goal this month. If we don't hit it this month, then maybe I'll lower it for next month, and we'll go at it again. All right? Shout out to Rigby, who tipped me $1 and says, stop talking. All right, I'll just stop talking. It'll be a silent stream with 0 dialogue whatsoever. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go get some duct tape, and I'll tape my mouth shut. You know that metallic tape is like you know, looks silverish or whatever. I'll tape my mouth completely shut, and then I'll try to stream it. We'll see how it goes and see how many people actually watch, right? How does that sound? Okay. I don't think I'll stop talking. I think that people are actually here to hear me talk. That's the point of the stream. Okay. Shout out to Toxic Toilet Juice. He cheered and said, I know you said you don't have a particular best moment, but what are the at least some positive moments you look back on from the last 10 years of your YouTube career? I know there has to be something. Positive moments, there's been a ton, man. Like, first of all, back in the day when I was the person who on every single new release day would head out early, grab the new release, come home, unbox it, do an unboxing video, upload that unboxing video as a teaser of the playthrough, then play the hell out of that game on release day and upload that playthrough. That was a great feeling because then I would immediately see people getting excited, reacting, saying, oh my god, this is, you know, so much fun, so good. You know, just in general, enjoying my content at a high level because I was one of the few people who ran out and played those new releases right there at launch, right? People dug it, and I loved doing it for a long time. That was my shtick until, sadly, then we began the practice of pre-release copies coming out 2 fucking weeks early for featured YouTubers and streamers. So the normal guy like me couldn't fucking do that anymore. Basically completely destroyed my model of doing stuff. But, you know, in general, some of the better playthroughs that I've done over the years and being able to experience those games firsthand, the fact that over the years I experienced franchises that I never even heard of, like Minecraft, Yakuza, Persona, you know, some of these games I never, on my own, I never would have played those, but because of you guys and having this interactive audience asking me to play these certain franchises, then going on, Danganronpa, holy shit, I didn't know what the fuck Danganronpa was, right? But because of you guys, I check them out, and I'm like, wow, this is insane amounts of games and gameplay and genres I never even knew existed that are really fun and entertaining, right? There's also the fact that despite the fact that I'm really just a guy, an average guy who plays video games for a living and has fun doing it, right? There's people who contact me on a daily basis to tell me, keep doing what you're doing. You're a positive influence on a lot of people. People watch your story and they struggle in their own lives, but they use you as inspiration to persevere through all the bullshit. Because if you can get through all the shit you've been through, then they can get through the shit in their daily lives. On the flip side, there's people who are like, you're entertaining and you really put a smile on people's faces, especially during a time when maybe they're going through tough shit or a bad time in their own lives. They come and watch your content and they have a lot of fun, right? Because they say that, basically, unlike a lot of other people who do this, I'm not Mr. Commercial. I'm not a guy who's here to put out overproduced content that was obviously created to make money. I'm just a guy here enjoying games and having fun on a daily basis, which is a lot different than a lot of the overproduced content you see out there on the internet that's propagated as, oh, this is the best stuff. Okay, sure it is. But it's obviously a commercial product being sold to me versus when you watch me play on a stream, it's just a guy having fun with games. Very different situation, right? And people appreciate that. So what I would say is, for me, it's not particularly a moment on YouTube. Oh, this one moment was an amazing, fun, hilarious moment. For you guys, okay? For you guys, that's what it is. For me, it's more of an overall positive experience that I've had over the years, sharing these moments with you and knowing that I'm doing good by doing it and that people really appreciate what I do, okay? All right. Let's continue on. Obi-Wan Kenobi did a 95-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ornites cheered and said, now for your next cheesy 80s flick, go watch Flash Gordon. I expect a review on my desk Sunday morning. Oh, I know all about Flash. I've seen the movie many times. One of those classic... Actually, I don't remember if it came out in the 80s or late 70s, because it really is a 70s style movie. But it might have come out in the 80s. And by the way, Queen playing the soundtrack. Flash, savior of the universe. Flash, he'll save every one of us. Great movie. It's terrible, but it's great. Again, one of those 80s cheese movies. If you watch it in the intention of knowing you're about to watch cheesy shit, you'll actually laugh your ass off and have fun with the movie. Okay, K-Dog has cheered. He says, Phil, you've done San Andreas on PS4. When are you going to do Vice City or 3 on PS4? I just said, K-Dog, not even 20 minutes ago. I'm doing Vice City tomorrow. Vice City HD begins tomorrow right here on stream. So, what a pertinent place for you to ask that question, because it's going to be right here tomorrow. All right? Die James just resubbed for the 7th month in a row and says, lucky 7. That's right. Thank you very much, Die James, for 7 months of support, 7 months of subscriptions. I appreciate that. All right? Now, Third Eye the Third is criticizing me in a cheer. I gotta roll my eyes, Phil. Overproduced content is made to make money, but the low-budget stuff you do is for fun? How does that make any sense? You expect to be paid for what you do just like those who make edited videos. Listen, Third Eye the Third. I've only explained this about 400 times. I'll try one more time since it doesn't stick in people's heads like you. I just don't understand why you can't get it through your head. There's different kinds of content for different kinds of viewers, all right? And it's perfectly okay if you like one kind of content over another, or if you prefer one kind of content over another. Everyone has their own personal preferences and tastes. I've said this a million times over the years. It's perfectly cool if you like someone else's content that's not mine. But my vein of reasoning and my philosophy that I've followed over the years is that when you watch a stream of mine, when you watch a video of mine, what you're getting is honesty. What you are getting is 100% the honest guy sitting there playing the game, having fun, and giving you his honest reactions. Now, sometimes there'll be rage, sometimes there'll be hilarity, and yes, sometimes, it could be over the top, but it all depends on the situation and what's going on in the game. But in general, when you watch my content, you're getting kind of an average experience of what an average guy just playing a game is going to react. Okay, that's what it is. And that's why people like me. I'm not a fake guy. I'm not pretending. I'm not acting. I'm not trying to look a certain way. I'm not trying to conform to all the YouTube norms or the stream norms that make things popular. I'm myself. I've always been myself, and I've been an honest content provider in the 10 years that I've done it. By the way, I should call out, because apparently you, again, like to forget the past. I made videos for YouTube for 2.5 years before I ever made any money doing it. I didn't get into this to make money. It fell into that way when I lost my full-time job. I was laid off. And I said, well, I got nothing to fall back on. Maybe I'll try to make YouTube videos for a living, because it's been my hobby for 2.5 years. And it just happened to work out, okay? So for you to say, oh, You know, you expect to get paid for this and that. Listen, I have proven with my 10 years of dedication and with the amount of work and time that I put into it from one individual that I do this because I love it, not because I make money doing it, all right? That's the truth. I would not still be doing this if I hated it. If I absolutely hated my fucking job, I wouldn't do it anymore. I'd go find something else. And whether it meant I would, oh no, now I can't make enough money to pay my bills, I have to declare bankruptcy, then so be it. That's what I would do. But I love doing what I do because I am a lifelong gamer, and I feel that when I put out my content and my honest content, that it has value. Okay? I'm sorry, it's my personal opinion, which I'm entitled to, that when you go and watch an overproduced video where everything is edited, let's cut out all the downtime, let's make it a montage of hilarious jokes and fails or rage moments, only the things that people with attention deficit disorder would find entertaining, because you can't sit there for more than 2 seconds without a laugh or a rage moment, right? Then you lose the authenticity of what you're watching. You're not actually watching a valid representation of that video game. You're not seeing a valid experience of someone playing the game. What you're seeing is a television show. You are watching a television show, okay? And that's different than what I feel should be valid content when it comes to a Let's Play or a playthrough. You should be watching honest reactions. You should be watching the full gameplay experience, because that's when you get the full value of what you're watching. Now listen, it's totally in your discretion if you want to watch the raw feed live on stream here, or maybe you want to watch the videos on YouTube and you want to skip around because it's boring in certain parts of the game. That's your call, you know, and that's what I like about my content, is I provide both of those experiences to you so you can choose what you want to do, right? But when someone else is making content that, in my opinion, is not a valid representation of what that game is, you have not created a Let's Play or a playthrough, you've created an advertisement, is what you've done. You edited out the boring parts, you edited out the annoying things, and instead you just made a montage of the best moments. That's an advertisement, and that's not what I want to do. That's never what I've been about. I'm a guy who just wants to share my fun experiences with you that are raw, unedited, and genuinely honest. And that's why I do things the way I've done for 10 years, okay? Again, for 2.5 years before I ever even made money doing it, and now the only reason I do this for a job is because I lost my full-time job, which I never would have given up at the time if I hadn't been laid off. So, what you're saying, Third Eye the Third, is ludicrous. Yes, anyone who creates content is expected to get paid for it, because that's hard work and dedication. It doesn't matter the method that you do it. It doesn't matter the type. It doesn't matter if you're a person who played one video game and then sat in front of your computer for a month editing it and released one video, or if you're a person who sat there and played 30 video games in a month and released a bunch of raw videos. Yes, you'd expect to get paid for it because it's called hard work. And if people find intrinsic value in hard work that you put out, you expect to receive something in return. This is a very basic premise of commerce and business that apparently you don't get. And I can't make you understand it. I can't. There's nothing I can do to make you understand it besides just explaining the basic premises of everything here. You know what I mean? I just don't know what else to say. I don't know why you have to cheer like that and say stuff like this and act like I'm a villain because I have an opinion that may be different than yours. It's a very closed-minded attitude. I said, if you like this overproduced stuff, go watch it. I can't stop you. And I certainly am not going to tell you not to. What I tell you is I feel that my content has value the way that I do it. And obviously, there's thousands of people who agree with me, or I wouldn't have still been here after 10 years and all the shit that I've been through. There you go. Karmika says, if I won the lotto, would I still do streaming? Yes. If I won the lotto and I never had to earn another dollar for the rest of my life, I would still live stream. Would I live stream as much as I do now? No. Would I live stream everything that like every new release? No. But I would still do it because that's what I mean. It's fun for me. It is a fun experience for me to be able to do it. I'm not just doing it for a paycheck. Versus a lot of these guys out there who are only putting out highly edited, stylized content, right? Overproduced content. You're watching a television show that was produced to make money. You are not watching a genuine gameplay experience that was made for fun. That's the point I'm trying to make. That people still can't get butthurt about when I say that, because then if you want to know what it really is, here's what happens. I make a statement like that, and then someone who likes that kind of highly edited, overproduced content thinks to themselves for the first time and says, oh shit, Phil has a point, but now I kind of feel stupid because I've been watching that kind of content constantly, and I never really thought about it, that it's like, wait a minute, no, I couldn't possibly have had the wool pulled over my eyes. I couldn't possibly have been thinking in a way that wasn't true. I'm going to rage against what Phil's saying and dispute it, and I'm going to try to make him feel bad and blah, blah, blah on his own stream. And that's what happens. It's a moment of self-realization that people realize, oh crap, maybe what Phil is saying is true. Maybe I have just been watching a paid advertisement all along instead of a genuine gamer. And then all of a sudden you get angry because you feel like, oh man, I got duped or whatever. Now I got to go rage against what Phil said because it makes me feel better and try to stick up for myself in the stuff that I've been watching, right? And you know what? It is what it is. I'll be honest with you guys too. There's been times over the years that people made me realize that stuff that I've done made me kind of embarrassed. Like, you know what? They're right, you know? But the thing is, just agreeing to disagree and saying, if you like a certain content, fine. If you don't like a certain content, fine. But not being obstinate against it and saying, this is right and this is wrong, and you have no right to watch this, or if you watch this, then you're stupid. That's closed-minded. I want you guys to understand that I'm not saying that. If you watch that overproduced content that, in my opinion, is a paid advertisement, more power to you. That's in your realm of power to do that, and I'm not going to make a moral judgment against you and say that you're wasting your time. That's up to you. Maybe if you find it entertaining, great. You know, everyone has different tastes. But I know the reasoning why people come and watch my stuff versus those people is because they like the raw, uncut stuff, and they feel it's more genuine, and that's been my thing for 10 years. That's what I'm going to stick with, okay? All right. Well, there you go. Third Eye the Third just cheered again, and literally as I was just saying that, and I swear to you, I didn't read what he said until right now. He says, well, okay, fair, I agree to disagree. I just don't always believe you in certain situations. Maybe I'm paranoid by nature. Maybe you are. I don't know. I mean, I think that's what a part of it is, too, is when someone says something that kind of rattles your cage for the first time, you're like, oh, crap. Maybe Phil has a point about these produced content guys, right? Then you kind of get paranoid about it, and you get defensive. And I understand that. Because I've been like that, too. I've been very defensive over the years. Trust me, you could probably find 4 million examples of me being hyper-defensive about shit over the years, so I get that. And again, I don't take offense when people say stuff. I just, I just got to give you my viewpoint. And if you don't agree, that's fine. That's cool. That's the part of really having a fun, interactive experience, is that we can agree to disagree and just enjoy the stream rather than sitting here and being nasty to each other the whole stream. That's the opposite of what I would want, right? And I think maybe that's one of the cool things about my streams, is that we can all have different opinions but still have fun together, right? That's cool. All right, shout out to Crazed Carnivore, who just subscribed for the 8th month in a row. Thank you for 8 months of support, Crazed Carnivore. And K-Dog cheered. It says, if PUBG was on PS4 with better optimization than Xbox, would you play it again? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that PUBG is a bad game. You know what I mean? I don't think PUBG is a bad game at all. I think that PUBG is a good game that just runs like crap on Xbox One. And that's what makes it frustrating, is you want to play it at a high level, but when the frame rate is sub 30 frames per second, when you're trying to shoot someone and the game's chopping up and the controls are shit and delayed, it sucks. So if PUBG did actually run better on PS4, yeah, absolutely, I would give it a shot and see, try it. Would I pay another $30 for the game? I don't know about that. And that's what I think is kind of bullshit about PUBG. They charge you $30 for an early access version of the game, when other games like H1Z1 are completely for free. That's kind of a hard sell for me. Okay? Okay. Let me check. Let's see where we are subs-wise, guys. We're at 412 subs, so thank you to everyone who has subbed today so far. Let's update that leaderboard there for everyone. Again, shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi, who currently has the top tier, 263 bits. I appreciate that. And to Rigby for that $1 tip. Ripley Atomic just did a 25-bit cheer. He says, what are your thoughts on people on Instagram being considered famous? Do you think the term famous is too loose a term? Yeah. Dude, there are people that say that I'm famous. Dude, I'm not famous. I'm not fucking famous. That's ridiculous. I think fame is stupid and overrated anyway. Like, I would much rather be someone who is able to do his stuff on the internet and have fun with it and then just have a normal life outside of it. I don't want to have to be a person. Everywhere I go, I'm recognized. People act like I'm some kind of special person. I don't get that. I just don't. And you know what it is for me personally in my life, I've never had that opinion. Okay? Like, I've never said, oh, I need to go to a convention and wait in a line to get an autograph from a movie star. You know? I've never been that kind of person. I believe everyone's just a normal person, and some people have talent, and some people are lucky, and they get fame. But I don't think that it's important to go, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not starstruck. I've never been like that. So when I see fame based off, like, for me, I really don't think I'm famous at all. And some people in the stream chat right now are saying you are, you know. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think I deserve fame for what I do. I just fucking play video games, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do anything important or special, although it's funny because people tell me all the time I do, and I'm like, okay, I guess maybe there is meaning behind what I do, but I don't get that. I just don't get it. Instagram fame is hilarious. Someone who's only known for posting up pictures on a fucking website, and then they get fame, and they get advertisement sponsorships and shit. It's like, what the hell is going on this planet? People are so weird. I don't even know how else to describe it. I just don't even know how else to describe it. I sit on my phone all day staring at pictures of people on Instagram, and then I give them my money for posting pictures on Instagram. Okay. Whatever you say, bro. I mean, what on earth? I just don't get it. Okay. Anyway, got another cheer here from Heard Me 9797, and it says, fan from Australia. It's currently 2:33 a.m. Yeesh. Yeah, I am aware that you guys in Australia are almost exactly on the polar opposite side of the globe from me, and you guys are, you know, always in the like late night, early morning when I'm streaming, which is crazy. So, all right, I think that's it for the pre-stream stuff. I want to say thanks to everyone who did cheer, sub, or tip. Again, reminder: if you're the top cheerer or top tipper today, you'll get up on the leaderboard there. Okay. Excuse me. Also, let's see here. What I want to do before we begin, I do want to give credit to the top 10 contributors for the week via cheers. So let's go ahead and do that. So in 10th place this week is Emperor Swaggins. In 9th place, DJ Runo. In 8th place, Cineon. In 7th place, Kaisen. In 6th place, Ostmink. In 5th place, Obi-Wan Kenobi. In 4th place, Octoa. In 3rd place, Captain DCW. 2nd place this week is Infinite 55. And in 1st place, the Lord Lamb V3. Thank you very much, everyone, for your contributions. I appreciate that. Oh, we got one final cheer, and then I guess we can get started. This one, again, is from Third Eye the Third. He says, you know what? We can disagree about the most dumbest shit ever until the sun collapses in on itself, but you're still a friend to me, and I hope that I am to you as well. Question, thoughts on Jamie Foxx being cast as Al Simmons for the Spawn movie? I really don't have any thoughts. Like, Spawn is the least thing I would ever think of watching a movie of at this point. Like, Spawn was fringe popular in the 90s as a comic book character. He then got a cartoon series on HBO that was very violent, and then he got a movie that was terrible. And that was the end of it. Like, I thought that was it for Spawn. Like, I'll be honest, you know, I liked the comics, but after a while, I just didn't care about it anymore. And the question is, who cares about Spawn in 2019? You know what I mean? Like, this movie's coming out next year. Is anyone going to care about it? I suppose if it's a really well-made movie, then people will. And, of course, right now, I think the reason that they're doing it, let's be honest, because comic book movies are now all the rave, or all the rage, or whatever the hell the saying is. You got a million Marvel movies, you got DC trying to catch up. So everyone's trying to pump out a comic book premise, you know, during this era, 10-year era so far of comic book movies being huge. But I don't know if it's going to work with Spawn. This is a character that really has been dusty and at the bottom shelf of, like, the back corner of someone's comic book cabinet, and now someone's going to suddenly start caring about it again. I don't know. I just kind of shrug, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it will. Again, if it's a really well-made movie, maybe people will care again. But for me, it's just kind of meh. You know, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to do very well. That's just my opinion. So, all right, guys. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's jump back into Silent Hill 2 HD, hard difficulty. I don't know how this is going to go. And I guess we're going to find out. Okay? I guess we're going to find out. Alright, guys. Thank you. Let's end the pre-stream. And let's jump back in to Silent Hill 2. Here we go. Alright.